Hello and welcome to Citizen Change Summit 2025. My name is Tony Liu and I'll be presenting on my project Oathsworn, where we aim to empower youth through justice and education. With that in mind, let me first introduce a little bit about myself and who I am. My name is Tony Liu and I'm currently an 11th grader based in Arizona, in the United States. I'm the president of Investing Insights, a nonprofit organization, and I'm also a founder and the president of Hamilton High School's Teen Core Club. These two are volunteering programs that each respectively aim to teach children about financial literacy, as well as aim to assist and bring volunteers to a diversion program that helps me and other people to gain an understanding of our justice system and how it works. I'm also a volunteer and helper for Yamaha Music School concerts, which each having over 500 attendees, and a tutor for young pianists as well as a composer in my free time. Now, as for why I'm qualified to speak about this, I'm a two-time gold medalist for NSE and PBSA. NSE being the National Spanish Exam and PBSA being the Presidential Volunteer Service Award. So I'm a very experienced volunteer. I was also nominated for the #1 math student at my school in 9th grade, and I'm a National While the United Nations Award winner. I'm also a 6-time award winner for piano composition, something that, again, I do in my free time. Now let me introduce my organization, which is Oathsworn, where we aim to empower youth through justice and education. This is a passion project that I founded within my 10th grade, and we aim to assist people in teaching them about legal literacy. Let me just establish the problem that we're trying to face. Oathsworn is an organization that aims to combat juvenile crime within both the United States and outside of the United States as we continue to expand outside of our country. Regarding the problem, right now we see very little protection for youth offenders, with adolescence being the prime time for crime. Because of this, America and other nations have been experiencing a rapidly increasing youth crime rate. We can also see that early prevention is one of the most cost-effective ways to prevent this issue, as investment of $1 million into early intervention has a much higher effect than just investing that money on preventing crime directly. We also see that between the ages of 13 and 20 is the prime time for crime, as it reaches the peak between those ages. Adolescents begin to commit more crime during this time, which is logical because earlier then they are guided by their parents, but later on it becomes difficult for them to manage everything. Preventing crime grows ever more crucial as we grow into an era where youth crime will continue to occur if not prevented early. Let me introduce our framework though. First, R, to rehabilitate others, restoring home for past offenders and allowing for reintegration into society. E is for educate, about crime at adolescence, the most critical juncture for development. A is for aspire, to promote sustainability and development for all. C is for collaborate, to allow us to collaborate with local organizations and to expand our impact beyond just the United States. H is for heighten, to raise the untold stories of juveniles and thus raise resilience against crime and reducing recidivism as a whole. For our solution, we have 3 primary goals. First, to improve legal literacy through teaching curriculums. 2, to engage in local volunteerism, whether that might be preventing recidivism through diversion programs. And 3, to raise awareness through interviews with local legal bodies or other offenders that may have gone through the justice system in the past. We've taken a multitude of actions, but I'll list out the 3 main ones that we've done. First is to develop our curriculum, and we've developed a comprehensive curriculum with 4 different lessons that cover the basics of the legal system within the United States, as well as the different things that happen when you turn 18. We teach about the civic duties, as well as the different rights that you have, and how you should manage those within our society as it is. Secondly, we begin to collaborate and attend different sessions in order to understand more about the global situation, as well as to adapt our program to ensure that it meets the standards of the global level. We attended a UN conference that discussed the different issues surrounding sustainability in the long run, and are working right now to adapt our curriculum to address such issues. Third and finally, we've established our organization as a formal nonprofit, 501c3 registration with the IRS. Now, meet our student-led team. We have 3 main members aside from myself, those being Yuthi Fukushi, the Director of Communications, Hannah Lee, the Director of Social Media, and Mark Xiang, the Director of Activities, helping me to establish and work on this organization as we continue to broaden it beyond just a local level. Now for statistics and figures. Why is this such a big issue? Well, youth crime is an often overlooked aspect of society. While violent crimes such as homicides have been acknowledged by bodies such as the United Nations, Other smaller crimes like shoplifting have been growing in prevalence as well. Addressing this problem requires a jointed effort from both sides, including early intervention, which is one of the most effective ways to combat this issue. Multisystemic therapy was able to reduce recidivism rates from 81% to 50%. Prevention also saves billions of dollars by preventing incarceration within public and private prisons. Right now, this situation places youth at a much higher risk of offense compared to development in adolescence, and thus early intervention is crucial for addressing this issue at the critical juncture of adolescence. The reason why this is so important for youth is because youth crime is significantly tied to unemployment rate. As youth crime drops, unemployment rate also drops for youth, and we see this as a trend that's robust across all different types of times. Youth crime reduces the unemployment rate by 10%. And addressing youth crime early allows for improved access to education and reduced inequality. Preventing false beliefs about crime, like how it just means that the child is completely irredeemable, is crucial when adolescents' brains are still developing. Even things that are viewed as victimless crimes like shoplifting, have long-reaching and far-spreading impacts that are crucial to address at this time and age. As for our roadmap, we intend on doing a multitude of things. In November 2025, we plan on scheduling our first lesson in collaboration with a local organization, organizing a local interview with local organizations such as parole officers that are part of Maricopa County's local court. By January 2026, we intend on recruiting additional members both within and outside of the United States to reach an intended goal of 12 total team members that will assist us in both developing and managing our curriculum. Finally, by August 2026, we'll have reached our goal, expanding and teaching curriculums about law structures and civil rights in areas outside of just the United States. Our goals align with several different sustainable development goals, including number 4, improved access to education, number 10, reducing inequality, and number 16, which is to promote law and justice. We intend on promoting our curriculum through education, teaching people about the errors of crime, and resolving any misconceptions about crime that may be held by juveniles. We intend on bridging inequality by bridging the gap between education and inequality, by ensuring that people who aren't able to go to school due to working other jobs are still able to learn about the legal system, which is so undertaught in schools today. And finally, number 16, by reducing recidivism, we're aiming to maintain peace and justice, which is one of the core goals of the United States through the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.